Yo, what's the word, man? This your boy 2 King.
What's up, y'all? It's Pretty Glitch.
And this is the No Cap Chat podcast conversation. This the first episode of many. We basically just wanted to talk about relationship topics today. One of which, I guess you was speaking on earlier. What was you asking me?
We had shared a couple of posts, just for insight and fun. We all have our own opinions on it. But it was basically like, what relationship status do you prefer? Like, some people lie about their relationship statuses. And what I mean by that is, like, you want a certain thing, but you'll lie to get a certain person.
Mm-hmm.
When you should just be honest. Like, you could just tell I don't know, me personally, I'm like, there's so many people out there that have the same preference that you may have that, it's just, most people lie because they want a certain person. So, I don't know, it kind of depends. How do you feel about that?
I feel like perspectives change. Like, at one point in my life, I'm like, oh shit, I want to have 10 kids and have all my baby mamas in the same crib. And nowadays, I'm like, how the fuck was I thinking like that now that I got the woman that I have now? It's like, I guess through like life experiences and situations, it kind of teach you what you really want. You probably had like this idea of what you would want, life to be like, but they don't necessarily mean it's going to go that way exactly that you want it to.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what you go through because, like we've discussed, privately and for the sake of discussion, trauma and, what you go through in past relationships count too. I do kind of feel like that because it's like you could want one goal and one thing and keep getting the total opposite. But I'm a firm believer of like, I believe, your first love is normally your parents, so it's like, if you grow up with a dad, it's kind of like, you might date people like your dad. You might go for, if your dad's a thug or your dad's a stand-up guy or this, that, and other, you'll kind of lean more towards your safety zone. You know what I mean? And as far as like your moms, you'll kind of mimic certain behaviors your mom has. And it could be good or bad. Right. We all have our own stories. So you could take that either way, but in reality, it definitely depends on how you grew up and what type of relationships you have, I kind of feel.
Yeah, like how I grew up, right? Like, my OG, like my mom, she was more like the masculine, I would say, in the relationship. And, and that right there was altogether a little confusing for me, but it taught me to like just never let women, overstep certain boundaries. You know what I mean? And I feel like that in turn at a young age made me kind of like a player or whatever the case may be, because I felt like, whenever I see any type of characteristic like I seen with her, I would instantaneously want to, either just steer away from that person or check that situation right off the bat or whatever the case may be, which it's just kind of crazy for things to go like that, because usually you would think that the man would obviously in the household would be the more masculine one, and they would be calling the shots and stuff there, still asking their woman for certain advice when it comes down to certain things. But overall, like, being treated like a whole female for real, like seeing stuff like that, it just made me kind of like just grow up a little bit different. But now I'm just at a point where it's like, okay, I'm a man who wants a woman, and for us to grow together, like what we doing right now. We're working on this podcast. We're working on all this other stuff that y'all will soon see. But like that's just where I'm at with it now. Like I feel like relationships are kind of watered down in these times, because people always play too many games on both ends when it comes down to male and female. And you know, that has a lot to do with obviously social media. That's like pretty much
And
in
not
my eyes
breaking the
number one.
cycle.
Yeah, I mean,
I honestly feel that way too. For the simple fact, I didn't come from like a 2-parent household. Like I came from a young mother, and then I had like my dad a sprinkle, and I mean like a smidgen, growing up in my life. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, he was kind of around, and I tried to like mend that relationship, but it really did affect. You know, like I had good people in my life. I either lost them too soon or just didn't have that comfort zone no more. And that sucks. I feel as a black community, we don't really talk about emotions and mental health the way we should.
no.
It's kind of a mockery and we laugh, especially with black men. If a black man posted something that traumatic happened to him, whether he was taken advantage of, lied to, cheated on, you know, we kind of laugh at that. And instead of taking accountability, we kind of point the finger. Like, I could talk all day about what men do and what negativity they do, but it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, we already know that. As a woman, as a collective of women, we kind of already know that. So it's kind of like, I'm like, let's do something bigger than that. Let's talk about what we be doing so we can, nigga, what? Dodge that. Like, so we can dodge certain situations. I feel like a lot of things can be avoided. It's just we choose to avoiding them. We enjoyed a little drama, a little trauma when it could be total opposites. So I could bash dudes, you know? Like, I could think of past and be like, yeah, I'm bashed. But it's like, what am I going to really learn from that? I know I can make myself better and, you know, do better and fix my issues versus trying to fix somebody else's.
Right, yeah. I feel like as far as like men go though, it's always this, you know, wanting to look real player, never wanting to look like a simp. But then when your ass get like 50, 60 something,
now you want
like,
to be married to Betty Crocker.
And it's like, yo, like, to even build, to even be in a good marriage at that age, you need to start. Like right now, we're both, 31, right? So it's like, this is a good age to start actually building that foundation and shit like that. So that way, by the time we are like late 40s or something, mid 40s, you know, maybe even early 40s.
You can establish a lot.
It's just established, yeah, like in so many different ways that shit need to be established, and things like that. But I just feel like a lot of men always just kind of want to look like that, and you know.
Both sides play victim.
Yeah.
You know, then we just meet in the middle, clashing and bashing each other. Where we could look at our inner selves and do better. Like, damn, if I wasn't a certain way, you know, maybe I'd attract different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of accountability, of course, you know, but, you know, I feel like, you know, so going back to the social media shit, everybody want to see, they want to be everything that they see.
Yeah, that's fake
like,
lives.
And yeah, that's not the reality, like, of like how shit is supposed to be or what your focus is supposed to be on. Because it's like, everybody see what? The jury and, you know, motherfuckers going over here, going over there, doing this, doing that, right? But,
now,
I'd rather buy like some property or some shit or do something a little bit bigger than that. Like, come on, like jewelry, like that shit can get snatched
it's
the same day. You feel me? And then it's like now all that money just gone down the drain.
Yeah.
Or you could have just took that money and bought some land so that where it's like, can't nobody tell you shit about. You feel me? Your land, your property, your crib, no, none of that. Like all of that shit.
Because it's bigger than material shit.
Bigger. Like who could take that though? Who could just come through and take that? Like how they could just take a chain. You know what I'm saying?
But owning a property, I don't know, just anything material or man-made to me, because you know, if we want to look a little more spiritual, because it's a little bigger than that, you got to kind of look at it like you could think about material stuff, or you could think about being like a real person. You know, you can ignore a lot of material stuff, but being a real person and making real friends and having a real life of living, there's people who have simple lives, but they're a good person. They work 9 to 5. So I don't mean like people are living fake lives on the internet. I kind of mean like most people who live those lifestyles don't even be happy. Yeah. Some do. Like, I'm not saying that all of them aren't happy. Like, some really be genuinely happy with their choices. I'm not saying that at all.
How they move and
but
shit.
I think people forget that a lot of people aren't in it. Internet is an escape. Like, has anybody ever seen Ready Player One? I think that's what it's called. And it's like, I'm a gamer. I love games. But it's a movie about a gamer and they live in a virtual world. And he falls in love and stuff like that and tries to win a prize. But people forgot that it's just a game. And the maker, did a big old rally type game for it. Built on that moral. Like, y'all forgot it was a game and started living in here. Be a real person. Like, really live.
Yeah, but then people too, just
like
go on top of like what you were saying for real though. It's like I feel like motherfuckers basically, like they see other people's lives, right? Mm-hmm. They like, okay, I want the glitz, the glamour, this, the that, the third, whatever the case may be. But that shit is pumped out like that on purpose to create like what's going on right now, right now.
You might have a whole other path, and follow that. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of things are to derail you from your main purpose. Yeah. And especially social media, whether it's politics, whether it's music, whether it's fashion, like
don't rich people too. They can't trust a lot of people, so that makes them a lot unhappy too. Because it's like, I can't genuinely be around people that I know they are just around to, fuck with me, and I ain't rich, right? But I got rich friends, right? And they converse with me about certain things, they have. And one thing, that I noticed is like, they're very lonely for the most part. And, they can't trust people. So
they can't trust people with money.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, it's a lot that come behind that.
That's when you gotta strip yourself from
those people,
material.
they be thinking that they want those people's lives, but you don't know how hard it is to be at that point and how hard they had to work or what they went through to get to that point. Right. And you look at their life and be like, oh man, like for people who rob like rich people and shit like that too. Right. Y'all motherfuckers look at a motherfucking life and like, oh man, they just got it so easy with you. No, you don't know what they had to do to get to that point. And then like what's crazy is it's like the shit that they know and they learned, you can find that shit out and do that too. But motherfuckers be taking that easy route out. And that goes back I'm spinning back to the relationship shit. That's what people do with the relationship shit too. Mm-hmm. Like a motherfucker feel some type of way about just little certain things about this person, right? I understand and realizing that you still gonna go through something else, probably different, but it's still gonna be something when it comes down to anybody that you're gonna be with. Right. You learn to compromise. Right. You know what I'm saying? Either compromise or, it's like the pros and the cons. You know what I'm saying? You weigh them out. Say, is the pros outweighing the cons or the cons outweighing the pros? Yeah. And just make your decision off of that. Like, think about, hey, do you still love this person through, X, Y, and Z that you don't necessarily like or whatever. Yeah. So it's like people just take the easy route out. They be like, hey, I hate that this motherfucker forget to take out the trash at 5 o'clock.
And throw everything away.
At 5 o'clock. Yeah, at 5 o'clock. And God he threw it away. He throws it away at 10 o'clock and said,
it's over.
And I'm like, I just can't stand when you do that shit. And a whole blow up kind of happened. And then now a whole bunch of other shit is being thrown out for that don't have nothing to do with that situation at hand. and then get out of hand, and then boom.
Well, that's when you gotta kind of think of
split
like,
up again.
I'm a firm believer in like the saying, I gotta fall in love with your flaws before I can fall in love with you. For the simple fact, like, people, this is my personal opinion. I don't feel people change. I feel they adapt.
Yeah.
And they, want to get consistent with a certain person to the point where it's like, all right, I know this person. I can't have this person if I do this, that, and the other. So it's like, then you become like, all right, it's not that I wouldn't do it. It's just I'm not going to do it because it's you. If I want to keep you, I'm not going to do it. But if it wasn't you, if you weren't a person that existed, baby, like, that's how guys think to me, personally. So it's like, I feel the same works for females, too. Like, there's some girls out there who are video vixens. There's some girls who, I know girls from all walks of life, and I love all of them the same. So with that being said, it's not a judgmental thing or this, that, and other. It's what do you want to put up with? That's what it really boils down to. What are you going to put up with? That's why, I'm like, all right, definitely let us know what you feel is appropriate for yourself. Because it's like, don't do something that you're not going to commit to anyway. Like, if you're somebody who prefers to be player, don't tell a girl you want to be committed and get married.
Oh, say I want to have fun, goddammit.
And she either going to go for it or not. But you know what's tricky about that? Is you can tell somebody that and they'll still be like, all right,
like,
20 years later, it's me, right?
Yeah, no, really shit, though. Yeah.
With that being said, you got to be careful with that, too. Like, all jokes aside, we can laugh about that. But you got to be careful. There's shows out there called Snapped and...
Oh, yeah, they be killing motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's forensics and cold case file.
Oh, man. It's a lot of shit
it's
going
scary,
on,
so be careful because a crime of passion, I feel, is a real thing. At the same time, it's like, if you're up front from the beginning, you can't really lose. Like, you can't really lose.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you take, okay, bet. We had some fun. Babe, do you want to bring that up? We went and did something really cool.
Oh, right. We went out to Atlanta and we did an episode of Divorce Court. I had a lot of suspicions going on when it came down to this woman. And
now, hold on. Do I look suspicious, y'all?
Yes. Yeah, suspicious. But,
come on, y'all.
And, I felt like she was lying about a lot of shit and, and things like that. So, we went to Judge Starr and went to divorce court and she took a lie detector test, y'all.
And these are real tests.
We will not tell what the results said, but we just worked through whatever, we just decided to work through it anyway. And which is what led us to want to even do this podcast and stuff right here. But yeah, we filmed it.
Yeah, because I'd be curious to what y'all be on out there. Like, how you honestly feel. Like, I'd be wanting y'all to, like, I don't care if you made a fake page to get answers. Yeah. I'd be wanting to know. For the simple fact, people be lying about their honest feelings. And it's like, I'm not going to say this is a safe place because it's the open place for opinions. So with that being said, like, guard yourself.
Right.
But we really do be curious.
No, for real though. Like, and I feel like it's a good way for people, like, say if you want to get married or something like that, and engaged, like, that's something that you should probably do.
You want to take a test?
Yeah, like for some yeah, just for certain people, right? Just for certain people, right? Cause like, I'm fucking could like literally make up this whole facade and story about like who they are and their lives and and then you find out this person totally
I'm
different.
kind of like this on there, and I'm gonna tell you why. Me personally, I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a flying F. For some fact, I'm clear. Like in my mind, I'm like, I feel like I will be great. So it's like, that's how I feel personally. How it went, y'all will have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But if you keep a clear mind, I don't know, things happen. But if you're willing to work through it because of love, it'll work out for you. But besides the point, it's like, go for it. It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
it's a 50-50 chance. Y'all go for it.
Yeah.
I feel mixed emotions about it because I feel like some people would be like, what the heck? If I got to do all that to prove my love, I ain't doing it. And I'd be like, gotcha, bitch.
I mean, shit, but if you ain't got nothing to hide.
Right, that's on the other side. It's like, gotcha. You lying. You hiding something.
Yeah, but even certain motherfuckers who do got something to hide, they be like, well, this is my way to let it be known since I can't just let it be known. I done seen little shit like that and shit before.
Yeah,
like,
stuff
people
happens.
do little shit like that, man. So
Stuff happens.
it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if somebody was to do like cheat on you or have like these certain habits or different ways or whatever the case may be that drive you nuts.
How bad would you want to know?
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, no, like with them knowing at this point. That's what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Like, would y'all be able to handle and deal with something like that? Like, would you be able to like move forward with something like that? Like, but yet, keep in mind, it's driving you nuts that you know, but you love. It's like you love this person so much.
Can I add a part 2 to that question?
Yeah.
Okay, and it also depends on like, would you stay with your girlfriend / boyfriend or your fiance? And I say or because it's like, would you leave if it's just your boyfriend, girlfriend, but stay if it's your fiance?
Yeah, I would say marriage would be a little bit more deeper than that.
Yeah, but I think it kind of depends on the time frame because people get married in a year within a week and So with that being said, it's kind of like I think time frame has to deal with that too.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit for people.
Like me, like motherfucker, you cheat on me and all that shit. I can't go. Like,
I gotta go.
Shit, it's a wrap. Like
it's a wrap.
It's deuces. Like
as far as a fiance,
yeah.
I feel as far as a fiance, and I don't mean the cheating part because when you're dating somebody, some people be on and off, some people be straight. If you're straight, solid, all committed, 24/7, all the way through, then it's kind of like, damn, what the fuck? We ain't took what do you want? We ain't took no break. I ain't left, that's completely different. That's why I said it's definitely different versus a fiance, a committed relationship,
that's totally
and someone you're trying to figure shit out with. Y'all gotta be careful with that because y'all got a lot of people trying to figure shit out, and y'all be dating them seriously, committed dating them, and y'all be confused.
And you know what else, man? Y'all dudes be y'all like to date the skeezer type. That's another thing. Like they some straight skag bags. You feel me? I put it to you like this, right? Like, you know, like them girls, they always acting hella snobby, or they outside and they hella loud, or the bitch that only want to fuck with dudes because they a money, not genuinely trying to get to know motherfuckers, but they can see their pockets or see that they doing something good, and they ready to fucking gobble down. You know what?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They ready to do all of that.
My.
Like, I done seen shit like that too, and they look ridiculous. Like, they'll literally thrust and throw themselves on a dude to just try to make them want. You know what I'm saying? Shorty is like,
it
you look disgusting. That is disgusting.
Dudes too, though.
That shit. Not like, I feel like as a woman,
of course it's
a little bit different.
As a woman,
a guy, it was always that method of a guy chasing, like on the Temptations. Remember that nigga get, if ain't you An angel,
Oh.
please be mine. That shit. And then he followed Shorty until she got the giggling and smiling. He like,
And her
Shorty,
auntie
what's up?
told her to
Like,
get her ass in the house
hey.
because guess what? Didn't he cheat on that bus? Her auntie knew us. No,
that's besides the point. She done went into some whole other shit. That's a whole other situation.
Good movie.
No, we was talking about the fact that no niggas
versus
it's
chasing.
made.
Yeah,
It's
it
supposed
is
we supposed to do that, right? But for a woman, that is just so degrading. Like, in my opinion, like these girls on the challenge. You feel me? The 21 versus.
Oh, I seen a girl suck some deep. Now
yeah,
listen, to each their own.
Went to the bathroom,
I am judging you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm judging you, but my judgment shouldn't matter. It's really more of opinion. The way he did you after was kind of like, my brothers would have did the same.
Yeah.
Like, you just literally, like, on national TV. And I say TV because niggas play YouTube on TV.
Yeah, TV.
Like,
yeah,
everybody
TV.
has access to YouTube. Everybody has access to wherever they playing this at. Any network, whatever they want to send it to. If they want to send it to their publisher, partner, friend, whatever, just for laughs. The internet's forever, I think of. So it's like, damn, you feel me?
You just made yourself look like that.
And then it's like
when you got kids, or if you got kids, they gotta look back at that now. Like, and don't get me wrong, I've done shit. Nobody's perfect. But like, to do something like that, like to that extreme, like that was a different level of like.
Yeah, even if that was something
like,
you wanted to do, I'm gonna keep it a band. Even if that's something you wanted to do, I don't feel you should have did it on TV. That nigga would have the same opportunity you was trying to get out that nigga. Niggas are easy. They do shit like that. So you could have still had that whatever you were trying to do, versus putting it on TV.
Yeah, which is like.
I'm not gonna lie, people still would have knew, but it's not like they could keep playing it over and over. Because niggas talk.
Nigga took a shower.
Right, niggas talk, so it would have still been out there. I'm not saying it would have been a secret. Before you think I'm saying it would have been a secret, it wouldn't have. I'm just saying it's not something I can go Google or watch over and over.
Man,
that was a private conversation between you and that nigga.
Wow, I just feel like in these times, like, man, motherfuckers just threw the love factor out the window. Like, fuck that love shit.
That's what kind of sucks.
Having
Nobody
fun.
really
Like, that's why
wants a
everybody,
family
it's like,
anymore.
motherfuckers just fucking motherfuckers. And then it's like, people with, like, the three-way relationships, which I'm not in complete disagreement with that. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Look, she finna snap. It's just not for me, right? But, like,
we're live, y'all, my bad.
It's like, that's what motherfuckers on. If I want to be with three motherfuckers at one time, if I want to if we just all gonna be friends.
Yeah, but don't y'all like having fun with, like, I don't know. When I think of being with just, my guy, I have a lot of fun with him. We do some fun stuff, and it'd be really intimate and just us.
Yeah.
Like, to me, a connection with him is like the solar system to me. Like, it stretches so far to know that one person is all I need out of all of that. So it's like, I don't know, that's kind of my comfort zone. Even though we go through our issues, this, that, and other, it's kind of like comforting. I'm like, okay, when all else fails, or this isn't working out, or work sucked, or I'm fussing with, my parents, or just anything, things with my babies, like, whatever's going on, that's kind of like my comfort zone of like, okay, there we go. Like, I'm just gonna go under a rock and chill for a minute. And bug him, like, hey, cool. Get a little frustration out. You know those little memes, the little anime memes?
Yeah, they be some brats. I'm gonna just use that.
I am a brat. Right, that's the cool. Honesty is key.
That's like.
But I take pride in being a brat. And here's my thing. I feel the term brat got a negative term for the simple fact what you put out. I feel I deserve to be a brat. Hear me out, y'all. I am excellent at what I do. Okay, and that's being me. Now, what me does and what me can do is I'm a little old school, y'all. This man don't cook. It's not that he can't. Hear me out, because there's so many people like, you don't do nothing. And people really be fussing, they really be mad. I be having time on my hands. And if I got time on my hands, I'm there. Like, don't get me wrong, my profession, like, I'm about to pick up in that. So, like, I meal prep, though. Listen, I'm dope. So, with that being said, I don't mean to toot my own horn. I'm not being cocky or nothing. Why I can be a brat and I like someone dominant and aggressive is because I'm a brat. But at the same time, I get away with being a brat because he just had chicken Alfredo, y'all, which chicken plus shrimp plus some veggies plus some homemade bread, like where you butter it and put the seasonings on it. So it's like, yeah, and I have clothes.
I'm gonna start showing you how to
I have some clothes to fold. You know, I'm gonna fold some clothes. So it's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be a brat. Yeah, I'm gonna whine when I don't get. I actually post a lot of stuff like that. See, I done put on some pounds too for those who know me. Girl, so yeah, I post stuff like that. So I kind of feel it depends, but I'm a cool brat. The most I'm gonna do is like cry over a video game or something. Yeah, she a gamer too, so and be looking out for stuff like that too. We're gonna do some pretty fun stuff.
Gaming stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gonna be talking, doing podcast stuff with that too, but yeah, man, you know, like, you know, a lot of women don't like to do the type of shit that she do
can
too.
Be
like,
fun if we make
this ain't trying to cook. She trying to go to the restaurant real quick, or have you take her to go get this, or have you Uber,
or at least get you a partner who understands that. Because if you and your partner can't cook,
I don't even wash my own stuff or nothing, bro.
But you know, if you're a woman who don't like to cook, I don't know, find a partner who does like to cook, and vice versa. Or find somebody who likes to eat out like you. I don't know. It could be a win-win situation. You can really enjoy a relationship and a bond with somebody. Like knowing somebody's schedule and what they like and do is kind of very satisfying. You know how a lot of people will watch silly shit on YouTube of people eating or playing with shit or doing random shit? I don't know. To me, it's satisfying to have one person where I'm like, I know the routine. I don't need to guess. There ain't no mood swing. There's mood swings, but it's like you dodge them motherfuckers because you already know.
Bro, I look at you like, don't say you know mood swings.
Well, it's like you know what they are, so you gonna dodge them, y'all. Like you know how to play that game.
Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. They ass be tripping.
I'm a Libra, y'all, so I be trying to keep balance.
And I'm a Taurus, so you know I'm from the planet of love, Venus, but you know at the same time, you know, shit, I'm a bull, so you know
a dominant bull, a very dominant bull.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's what it is, you know. But y'all, look, I want y'all to stay tapped in with us. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be doing these and dropping this every
more stuff,
motherfucking week. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get better and better and better. We're gonna have a lot of featured people on here from different artistry to. Y'all just gonna have to see. Stay tapped in. I ain't gonna say too much. You know what I'm saying? What would be your ending question? My ending question. You know,
leave them a little something to write.
No, honestly, and with this question too, I want y'all to go check out the music video levels. What level? Not even just with yourself, but in your relationship, do you see yourself or you and your partner in, at the end of 2024? Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what do you believe you're going to be by the end of this year? You know, and let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's gonna be that having that new house, new apartment, new country. You know, whatever.
New state, y'all.
New state.
I'm from California.
Right. New career. You know, like you elevated in some type. Whatever it is. Where do you see yourself? That's what I want to know. Yeah. And also with that question, I want to say, for whatever it is that y'all striving to do that. to your fullest potential. You know, work at it day after day after day.
Be the
after
best
day,
at whatever you are.
and learn what you need to learn to get there. Use that knowledge to get there. You know. So yeah, that's a big. What about yourself? You got something else that you want to say?
I mean, me personally, where do you see yourself personally? You know, like, as you as a person, forget everybody be wanting to dip in and do stuff or whatever. I don't know why y'all be wanting to deal with people. I can't stand people. I like to be by myself. With that being said, kudos to you. I just don't have the mental capability. Where do you really see yourself? Like, do you see yourself wanting to interact and engage in a relationship or relations or whatever you got going? Or do you really want to focus on yourself and get you together? No matter what you got going on or no matter what path you pick as far as relations, I honestly feel you should know yourself. And if you truly know yourself, that's a cakewalk to pick your relations, because it's like, I know me. So, that's definitely a question for y'all, you know, on top of get to know yourself. That's just a little tip. Besides that tip, are you willing to get to know yourself? Or you just want to live, see what happens?
Right. Well, man, for those who tapping in and shit, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
The first episode of No Cap Chat Podcast, man. The new and
Toodles.
revamped. Y'all be smooth.